Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's presentation of the Bolt Racing League Pre-Legend Series. And as you can see, we're turning right today. Lime Rock Park, fourth round of the season, and the first road course race for these guys out here tonight. Got a couple of road course ringers out here. We're following on board in practice with Pacey Wygant in the 00, making just his second start. Bushwhacker rule, this is only the second of 5 he'll be able to make this season. But as of now, top of the board. You can see that corner there, especially treacherous. Going over the hill there, car likes to really get loose. Gonna be something to watch out for here today. Looking back here at Aaron Lester in the 86 and Scott McCann in the 12. As practice just a couple minutes from wrapping up. Or just under a minute, actually, or over a minute. My bad. George Chimopoulos in the 14 out here on track. Casey Ellis, as always, in a Ghost Energy car. Number 35 there. Track temp 110 degrees Fahrenheit. That'll definitely play into how this race goes tonight. But for now, practice wrapping up and we'll move on into qualifying. And that shot there really gives you a scale with the elevation change here. Look at the garden gnome with the shovel in his hand for some reason. But now we'll get a look at Martin Roberg here on his qualifying lap. First lap so far going to be top of the board. As a reminder, with this being a road course, these drivers will have 10 minutes to set their 2 timed laps. Blaine Snyder now jumps up to top of the board. See if we can find his car here quick. There it is. He's making his way through the S's on his second lap. Ooh, gets a little loose on exit, and that'll cost him on that lap. But still, even with that first lap, and as I say that, DJ Trout beats his first lap and goes top of the board. I believe Trout has completed his 2 laps. PC Wygant now on track. Just coming to start his first lap. And green flag is out for his first of 2 timed laps. Some of these cars almost look like they're getting a little bit of air over that hill there. And as I say that, Wygant goes off track a little bit there, invalidates this lap, so it'll all have to be on the line here for lap number 2. So far, as we're halfway now through qualifying, DJ Trout in the 30. As of right now, your pole sitter. Normally our race controller hopping in, as he is road course ace, wanted to come do Lime Rock. We'll see if Wygant beats that time here on this lap. And not enough. Within a 10th. But he'll have to settle a second for now. As we're looking now at the Sam Dooley machine, number 45. Ooh, he gets a little wide there. That'll invalidate that lap. But just a couple minutes remaining here in qualifying. I believe most of your field has made an attempt at setting their 2 laps. Ooh, and as we were looking away, Sam Dooley got a little loose off the last corner. heavy contact with the tire barrier. I'm trying to get back to DJ Trout's laps. If I can find it. Might be a little struggle. But DJ Trout, currently your pole sitter here for Lime Rock. And as we're looking now at him setting his 2 timed laps while qualifying wraps up. Just like that, qualifying has concluded. And the only thing left to do now is race. 29 laps on the board here tonight. We'll walk you through your starting order. On the pole, going to be the number 30 of DJ Trout, and his outside will be the number 00 of Pacey Wygen. Row number 2 will be the number 88 of Blaine Snyder, and to his left-hand side is the number 37 of Martin Roberg. Row number 3 going to be the 81 of Carson Lucas, with the number 94 to his left of Jimmy Mensch. Row number 4 going to be the number 28 of Lane Myers, and to his left side will be the number 15 of Brett Accord. Row number 5 will be the number 57 of Christopher Mixon, and to his left side will be George Chimopoulos in the number 14. Row number 6 will be the number 35 of Casey Ellis, and to his left side will be the number 42 of Peyton Snyder. Row number 7 going to be the number 12 of Scott McCann, and to his left side will be the number 45 of Sam Dooley. Row number 8 going to be the number 13 of Brian Hotham, and to his left side will be the number 86 of Aaron Lester. And so far, 2 drivers missing in action, which will make up our final row. So far, that is the number 144 of Trey Washburn and the number 420 of Chris Chimopoulos. But as they make their way through the S's, through the west bend and onto the downhill. From there, the pace car will make its way off the surface. It'll be in the hands of our two drivers at the front, the number 30 of DJ Trout and the 00 Pacey Wiegand. Green flag is in the air. We are racing at Lime Rock. Pacey Wiegand off to the early jump. DJ Trout not far behind, though, and behind him, Blaine Snyder and Martin Roberg side by side momentarily for fourth. Wiegand still holding on to the race lead, but Trout looking all over this track, trying to find some way around him already. You see how sideways some of those cars get, and some of them got two sideways there. The 57 of Christopher Mixon into the inside wall, or right-hand side wall, excuse me. Doesn't look like he got too much damage. I may have been a little preemptive calling that he got into the wall. But no harm, no foul. We stay green. Back up front, though, Blaine Snyder now looking on the left-hand side there of DJ Trout into the big bend, now through the S's. Wiegand starting to pull a little bit of distance on Trout. Not a substantial amount by any means. Just as I say that, Trout starting to close back in. Roberg so far alone on an island there in fourth. Jimmy Mensch, Brett Accord, and Carson Lucas there. Three-car battle for fifth. Back up front, action starting to heat up. Trout right on the bumper, your leader, Pacey Wiegand. Whoa, Snyder got real sideways there. Clipped the grass just barely, almost lost the handle. Good save on his part, and he didn't lose any time from that either. Oh, Wiegand goes a little wide. Wiegand in the grass. He'll give up that lead to DJ Trout. Slips all the way back to fourth. Now, battle going to be on up front. DJ Trout at the helm, but Blaine Snyder hard charging on his bumper. You see just about every corner, Blaine Snyder hanging the rear end out. Take a look back here at Pacey Wiegand getting a little closer to Martin Roberg now after a slip up last time through here. Through the big bend and onto the left-hander. Take a look a little further back. Scott McCann, Peyton Snyder, both starting to make a little bit of progress. Both were quick in practice, but couldn't get a lap down in qualifying. Pace car Back up front, Blaine Snyder still on the bumper. DJ Trout looking for your race lead. And prior to this race, Edmonds did say there will still be a halfway break on or around lap number 14. So we'll have to wait and see when the caution is thrown. Oh, Wygant and Robert getting a little sideways there in the back. Wygant going to take that spot up to third again. We'll see if we can find a replay there. Oh, and Robert just got a little wide there, but Wygant able to take advantage of that. Still nose to tail for your race lead. Snyder not going away. Whoa, Brett Accord getting a little sideways, making a detour through the grass. Oh, and he loses the handle again. A little bit of contact with the guardrail. Oh, and he lost her there. Through the uphill. Hopefully he's able to get that thing rolling again. Stay out of harm's way. Indeed he does. Whoa, Carson Lucas getting a little loose on entry of the Big Bend. And he'll go around through the grass. And the hard part with that is it's almost impossible to find a clear gap to get rolling once again. So he'll go all the way back down to 14th. Brett Accord dirt tracking that thing. Oh, and it's going to cost him heavy contact with a tire barrier. And he'll have to tow. Back up front, DJ Trout, Blaine Snyder. I believe that's George Stamopoulos. Yes, it is, the number 14 going around. And he calls it a night, at least for now. Well, maybe not calls it a night. I think he just wanted to get out of the way. God, that angle there, you can really see just how sideways these drivers get sometimes through the uphill. More lap traffic ahead. 57 to Christopher Mixon, who had a moment on lap 1, or maybe it was lap 2. Early on in this race, we'll go with that. You can see Trout there. Maybe a little struggling with the handling there through the Big Bend in turn 1. Got a little tight. Blaine Snyder is able to close up a little bit. Traffic keeping it nice and tidy, letting your two leaders through. But now just a couple laps away from your halfway break. DJ Trout starting to stretch out that advantage a little bit. Not a lot, but just a little. Pacey Wygant still sitting in third. He's only 3 seconds back. Either of those cars up front have a little mistake, he'll be all over them in no time. Same can be said for Martin Roberg, 5 seconds back from your two leaders. Jimmy Mensch in 5th. Honestly, kind of on an island all on his own. He's got about 4 seconds to Roberg ahead, and 6 seconds back behind him is Scott McCann in the 12. But McCann and Peyton Snyder, maybe a battle to look out for here in just a little bit. Aaron Lester 10th, Lane Myers 12th. That may as well be a battle here shortly. And just as we were talking about these two, Scott McCann with a little mistake there through the S's. That lets Peyton Snyder take advantage. Moves Snyder up to 6th. The battle for your lead starting to heat up once again. And as a reminder, once again, officials declared it before this race, the halfway break would be on or around lap 14. We could see it at any moment here. DJ Trout going a little wide there through the uphill. Snyder able to close in just a little. Knows the tail. And yellow is out. That will be your halfway break. Just as the battle was starting to heat up for the lead, we get our first and only halfway break. Oh, and Blaine Snyder with a little mistake. At least it was under caution, so it won't cost him anything. But if you're going to make a mistake, that's probably the time to do it. Went a little wide there through turn 1. DJ Trout, your leader. Ever since Wygen had that moment, I believe it was around lap 4 or 5, DJ Trout's been in command of this thing. Carson Lucas, after his spin, able to make back some ground, up to 13th. And Jimmy Mensch, late in that run, must have had a moment. He was up into your top 5, and now he's back in 12th. We're going to go back and see if we can find out what happened there. Oh, I see. What happened there is the 94 at Jimmy Mensch is playing the strategy game. He pit before the caution came out. Was able to get his service done there. And now under this yellow, he'll be able to stay out. And indeed he does. Great strategy move there. That will move him up to the lead, as the rest of the field has come down for their service. Order on the way out looking pretty similar to the order on the way in. Trout, Snyder, Wygen, Roberg, Snyder, McCann, Hotham, Ellis, and Myers coming out pretty close together, but Myers going to have that one. Followed by Ellis, Lester, Sam Dooley, and Carson Lucas. But Lucas still has yet to come out after his service. After his spin in turn 1, I believe he was far enough back from the field that he wasn't able to capitalize on anything else here. And Chmopoulos and Brett Accord still in the pits. Let's see if they make their way back out into the field. But now this restart, after playing the strategy game there before the halfway break, Jimmy Mensch, now your race leader. I'm sure a lot of your cars up front are wishing they did that as well. But now the field forms up double file. Next time by, we'll be back to the green flag. It'll be 13 laps to settle it. Going to be interesting to see how this one plays out. As a reminder, on the road courses, only time a yellow will be thrown is if there's a massive incident or the track is blocked. With all the runoff we have here, I don't think it'll be the latter. But now, field in the hands of the 94 of Jimmy Mensch on the restart. And green flag back out. Blaine Snyder looking down to the inside on Jimmy Mensch momentarily. Gives him the bumper. He'll get to the inside on Jimmy Mensch and gives him a door. Drivers being aggressive already. Roberg jumping up there side by side with Trout for third. Trout going to have that position off the corner though. Oh, and Blaine Snyder goes around. Your leader. Blaine Snyder in the 88 giving up wholesale spots there. Unfortunate. Gets a little sideways through the S's, and it's going to cost him big time. Falls all the way back to 13th. But now the field back in the hands of Jimmy Mensch. DJ Trout, your leader before the halfway break, already trying to find a way around Jimmy Mensch. Throws it up the inside, side by side through the Big Bend. Mensch goes a little wide. That gives the position to Trout. Mensch trying to cross back over the outside through the S's. Doesn't work though. Trout, your race leader now. Now Pacey Wygant looking to the inside on Jimmy Mensch. Not able to get it done there. Back here behind him, though, a whole slew of cars. Martin Roberg leading Peyton Snyder and Scott McCann for your battle for fourth. Take a look back here at Blaine Snyder, who after his moment earlier on in this one is starting to make a little more progress up to P11. Oh, Casey Ellis going real wide. Oh, and Sam Dooley gonna make heavy contact. That may be the end for both of those drivers' nights, as Casey Ellis does tow. But up front, DJ Trout starting to pull a little distance away from Jimmy Mensch. Carson Lucas once again having a little moment there. We'll see if we can take a look back at what happened. Ball clips the grass through the S's. Makes contact with the guardrail. Does stay out of the way, but that will be unfortunate for him. But now up here, battle for fourth, heating up. Peyton Snyder getting around Martin Roberg. Scott McCann now looking out of the bumper of Martin Roberg. That is for fifth. McCann looked inside briefly there into the left-hander, but not able to get it done. Oh, Peyton Snyder with a moment there. Your fourth place driver going around in the uphill. He'll whip it around. Now back to ninth. Blaine Snyder, after his earlier moment, up to eighth. Lane Myers sitting sixth. Brian Hotham seventh. Now promoted to fifth is Scott McCann. Martin Roberg fourth. Pacey Wygant still sitting third, though, with Jimmy Mensch in second. And DJ Trout out front showing the way. Lap starting to tick down, though. We'll have to see if Jimmy Mensch can close back in for your race lead. Maybe Wygant sitting third has something for both of them. We'll have to see. We'll take a look on board here with Pacey Wygant, your third place car. And this will really give you a scale of just how tricky this uphill section could be. Hear just how much he had to lift out of the throttle there to keep the thing wound up, or wound down, excuse me. Five laps to go. Trout still showing the way. Mensch second. Wygant starting to close in for that spot. Roberg fourth, but has Scott McCann with company excuse me, behind him. Back behind him, Blaine Snyder starting to make a couple more spots up here. Now onto the bumper of Lane Myers. Snyder using every inch of the surface and then some. Right after the uphill there, you saw him going through the grass a little bit, trying to find a way around the number 28 Elaine Myers. Battle for second, though, still on. Laps to go here at Lime Rock Park. Wygant now all over the back bumper of Jimmy Mensch. Mensch able to pull a little bit of distance, though, through the S's. And as a reminder, before the halfway yellow, with that strategy called Jimmy Mensch, was sitting 5th at the time of the yellow, or just prior to it. Now has a chance at a podium for sure, and possibly gonna hang on a second. But to say that, Wygant throwing it up the inside, tried to there. White flag is out. This is your final lap of the race. Both these drivers sideways into the S's. Through the West Bend and onto the downhill. Wygant one last ditch effort trying to peek it around the outside, but not going to be enough. But DJ Trout, our usual race controller, steps in for one race and gets it done at Lime Rock. Jimmy Mensch going to finish second. Pacey Wygant rounding out your podium. Back behind them, maybe. Nope, this is just ahead of this that I was looking for. Martin Rober going to finish 4th. Scott McCann 5th. And Blaine Snyder, after spinning on just after the restart, up to 6th at the end. Your podium here all in one frame. Pacey giving a little bit of a bump there to Jimmy Mensch. Hopefully that was a celebratory bump. But all our focus is on DJ Trout. First start of the year, first win of the year. Pacey Wygant going to show his congratulations to him. And now we'll be getting a quick word with your podium. But DJ Trout, in his first start on the season, gets his first win. Jimmy Mensch second, and Pacey Wygant gonna finish third. We'll first get a word here with Pacey Wygant, your third place finisher here tonight at Lime Rock. Hey, Pacey, this is Bobby in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
So, probably not the night you were looking for, but all things considered, still sitting on the podium. Walk us through your race here tonight.
I was dealing with toddlers the first half of it, so I made stupid mistakes, lost track position. That's pretty much all she wrote. And I got trapped behind Jimmy there, so I don't know. I'm not gonna run a teammate over, but sometimes I wish I would just move.
Yeah, that was a heck of a battle there for a second. Uh, when are we going to see you out on track here again for the Bolt Racing League Pre-Legend Series?
Never. I don't know. I won't know till the week of. So.
Alrighty. Well, third place finish here tonight. Anybody you'd like to thank?
Yeah. Casey does paint or whatever it is. I think I got it right that time.
Casey paints cars, I think.
Whatever. It's the same thing, right? Uh, Gotta shout out KNS Sim Productions, you for broadcasting, and DJ for the win.
Alrighty. Well, until next time, see you later. Congrats on your third place finish.
Thank you.
That was Pacey Wygant, your third place finisher. We'll go ahead and move on to your second place finisher in the number 94, Jimmy Mensch. Hey, Jimmy, this is Bobby in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, I gotcha.
That was a heck of a strategy call there. At first, when I saw you drop a whole bunch of spots, I was like, what the heck happened to Jimmy there before the halfway break? And then I go back and look, and sure as heck, you go through the pits and take your service there and then skip the stop there on the caution. Walk us through that decision.
I don't know. It seemed like the most obvious thing. Being a road course, track position is going to be key. And I figured even if it was one lap of where either everybody would stay out and I'd have the fresh tires and I'd be caught right back up, or everybody like what happened, everybody would pit for tires. I've still got fresh tires, but now I'm up front. So there really wasn't much of a downside. There's a caution coming. So, and the track is long enough to where you're not going to go a lap down. So why not?
Yeah, great strategy call there. And that gets you up to second here in the end results. As we look ahead, we have a break next week. Then after that here, I'm going to look at the schedule once again. After that, we are back in action at Kern. You looking forward to that one, or big question mark there?
I have no idea. I only recently got the track, and I have never driven on it yet. So that's going to be fun.
Well, great finish here tonight. Anybody you'd like to thank for your second place finish?
Um, Most importantly, I got to thank the wife. She's the one that puts the kid to bed. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be here in time to start the race. So I wouldn't even be here. Obviously, everybody that puts together the series, Bolt, you for putting the show on, because nobody would know what this was if you weren't around. Um, and everybody for showing up. I'm kind of surprised with how many people we got for a road course. A lot of times, road courses, you have like next to nobody show up. So that was a pleasant sight.
Yeah, great field here tonight. We're going to go ahead and let you go. Thank you for your time, and good luck next time out here at Kern.
Thank you. Hope to see you there.
That was Jimmy Mensch, your second place finisher. Now we're going to get a word here with the man of the hour, DJ Trout, in the number 30 car. Hey, DJ, this is Bobby in the booth. You got a copy?
So, dude, how you doing?
Not as good as you, I guess. Led a lot of laps here tonight. Walk us through that race for you.
I don't even know where to start. I got a very poor start at the beginning of the race. I started in second when I meant to start in first. So Pacey was able to get ahead of me. I don't know if he got loose on a curb or what. Was able to take the lead from there. And then I was just hoping no one stayed out at that caution, and Jimmy ended up staying out. And I knew the only way to get around him was turn one, so I tried to stay on his bumper in the last corner. Luckily, he messed that up, so it would make it easy for me to stay there. And I knew I was confident on the brakes in turn one, so I made my shot and it stuck. And then the rest is history.
Yeah, great run here tonight. Normally you're our race controller. When are you gonna be out here again tonight in the Pre-Legend series?
I think Nashville is before Watkins Glen, so Nashville is when you're going to meet back. Nashville Super Speedway. So I'll be in the race control, or I'm going to be race control up until Nashville, but hoping to come back and win Nashville too.
Alrighty, already looking ahead to the next one. Anybody you'd like to thank for your win here tonight at Lime Rock?
Big thanks to PBR, especially Pacey. You know, Pacey before the race helped me figure a couple things out as far as braking and which gear to be in going to turn 6. So big thanks to Pacey and PBR. Big thanks to you for broadcasting, and thanks to everyone who showed up.
Alrighty, great run tonight, and we'll let you go. Let you go celebrate, and congrats on your win here tonight.
Thank you.
And that's going to do it here tonight from us, folks. We're off next week for the holiday celebration. We're just keeping it the same across all the series, so next week will be a big off week. Might be a couple fun things here and there. Tune into the Discord to see some more. We'll be back here 2 Tuesdays from now with the J&B Modified Touring Series back in action at Volusia for the first of their Triple Crown series. Then following that on Wednesday, we are back here at Kern Raceway, Kevin Harvick's Kern Raceway. Big race there, 200 lapper. Gonna be a fun one to call the action here. But once again, that'll do it from us here tonight at Capital Racing Network. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time. Peace.